everyone! Today I'm going to be doing a Draw My Life video, and I really hope that you enjoy it, and I have really messy handwriting, so just ignore that. So yeah, Draw My Life, and I really hope my shoulder isn't in the way. So, I was born on August 29th, 1996. I'm trying not to get myself in the way here, I'm sorry. 1996, and I was my parents' only child, and I had really curly hair, and that's me as a baby. I don't really remember much about my childhood, because I don't know, not many people do. So yeah, I'm just going to give you an overview. So like I said, when I was born, it was just my mom and my dad. He had long curly hair, by the way. My dad. And then there was me. And I was the first and only child when I was born. And then, I hope you can see that. Okay, so on March 8th, 1998, sorry, my little sister Cassidy was born. And I absolutely hated her because I was the only child for so long, and we were mean to each other. I used to tell her that I wish she got hit by a car. And then on May 4th, 2000, my little sister Morgan was born. And I don't know, she was okay, I guess. She was supposed to be a boy. And then on April 2nd, 2002, my little brother Ethan was born. And we thought he was the cutest thing ever, so we just gave him whatever he wanted. And then on September 25th, 2005, I had another little brother. His name was Duncan, but he was a stillborn. So that was pretty sad, and we were all pretty sad about it. But he is in heaven now with all the angels. That's an angel. So it's good. So shortly after that, my parents, well, as you guys probably know from all the stories, my parents got divorced. And it was really sad because I didn't understand then what was happening. And I was really sad because my mom and dad were supposed to love each other, and they didn't anymore. And now I do understand because they fought a lot and they were unhappy, but now they're better off without each other. So yeah, it was pretty sad, but both of them still are very involved in my life and all of my siblings' lives, and they're pretty good about it. And so yeah. Okay, so other than that, I liked school a lot. I went, and kindergarten was my favorite. I had lots and lots of friends, I think, but I don't really remember. I hate my stick figures, by the way. I don't remember, but I just had lots and lots of them. But a lot of them moved away, or I don't remember them, except for one who I'm still friends with, Alexis. I probably should tag her in this. But we are still friends to this day, which is like 11 years or something. So, happy. Yeah. So, after that, I kind of grew up and I got into 4th grade, and I didn't really have a lot of friends anymore, and it made me really sad, and I didn't really know where I fit in. I played a lot of sports like coach pitch, and I did cheerleading. That's like a megaphone. This is like a baseball bat, just so you know. I did dance, and this is a pretty ballerina. Yeah, that's a ballerina. And I did dance and coach pitch and cheerleading, but I didn't know where I fit in, and it made me really sad. And I didn't really know what it was then, but it was anxiety, but I didn't know then. Okay, so I started hating school. It was like the worst thing ever, and I would cry to get out of it, and I would pretend that I was sick a lot because I just didn't want to go. And I didn't know why, but I hated it. And I didn't want to go at all. Blah. And that's kind of how I felt on the inside a little bit. And my parents didn't know what was wrong. And so they decided to take me to a counselor, but I'm just going to draw a stethoscope because it's kind of like the same thing. They decided to take me to a counselor. And she told them I didn't like loud noises, like fireworks. And so that maybe the fire alarm at school was bothering me, which I don't like them at all, but I mean, it wasn't just that, it was other stuff, but I didn't know what it was, and they didn't either, but now I know that it was anxiety, so yeah. So middle school kind of came and went, and it was horrible. I hated it. It seems like every time I made a friend, they would move away or something, and then I just wouldn't have any friends. And I started feeling like that I didn't have anybody, and I was alone. And so I kind of just stayed to myself, and people started being really mean to me, and they'd pick on me all the time, and it was really sad. Then the summer after 7th grade came, and my mom dropped a huge bomb on us that she was getting married. That's a veil right there. To her boyfriend Scott, and that's her dress, which was really pretty. She was getting married to her boyfriend Scott, which wouldn't have been a big deal, but we didn't really know him. But he seemed okay, and we hadn't met his kids. And not only that, but I went to this school over here my whole life. I'd never been anywhere else. But all of a sudden we were going an hour away, and I wouldn't know anybody. And that wasn't okay by me. And it was just, I didn't want to go there. I wanted to be in this school where all my friends were. And so I was really worried and sad, and I didn't know what to do. So there was nothing we could do, and we kind of just accepted it, and they got married. And I mean, he was an okay guy. And they got married, and we had a big new house, which was really cool. And it had a trampoline, and it was big, and we each had our own room. And I had 2 new siblings, my step siblings. I had a stepsister named Carrie, and a stepbrother named Jake. And I loved them very much. And my new school was awesome. Everybody was friendly, and they made me feel really welcome. And they weren't mean to me, and everybody got along, and nobody fought, and everybody just got along, and it was a happy community, and I was really happy, and it was really awesome. It was the best year of my life. And I was so happy and happy and happy, and my anxiety wasn't even that bad, so it was awesome. So, like I said, I had a stepsister named Carrie, and me and her were like best friends, and a stepbrother named Jake, and me and him weren't as close because he actually didn't live with us. He lived with his grandparents still, but Carrie lived with us, and they were like my real brothers and sisters. Like we'd been siblings our whole lives, and I just loved them, and that was the best year of school that I've ever had, probably because everyone just got along. But then a lot of stuff happened, like accusations and fighting and cops, and a lot of stuff just happened. My mom and Scott got divorced, and we moved back from this school over here where all my new friends were to this school over here where all my old friends were. And I've made a lot of friends in the new school because I mean, like I said, I fit right in. I had Stephanie, who I'm no longer friends with right now. And then I had Mackenzie, who has really yellow or orange curly hair. So I had Mackenzie and Alicia and Joellen, and we were all friends. And I'm friends with these three still, but I'm not friends with Stephanie because she lied about being pregnant too much. So yeah, I'm gonna tag all these guys too because they know who they are. So yeah, I had friends, and now I was leaving them again, and I was sad. So like I said, we moved back, and everybody had kind of been already formed their own little groups. There was only 6 days left in 8th grade, and I didn't really know who to hang out with because everybody was in their own group. But I wasn't. I was just over here kind of by myself, chilling. But a lot of my old friends welcomed me back, and they were happy to see me, and I loved them, and we're still friends now, a lot of them. But despite my old friends being there, my anxiety started getting bad. Really, really bad. And it kind of dominated my whole life. That's life compared to anxiety. And I couldn't do anything. And I went through a lot of breakups, stupid high school relationships that didn't work out. And so I got really, really sad and even depressed. So because of this depression, which also dominated my life, I started cutting, and it was really bad. That's a razor. And I developed an eating disorder, and that was also really bad. And my life was just out of control. I seriously started feeling like I had no control over life anymore, and there was nothing I could do to help myself. And it was just, I didn't know what to do anymore. So my parents didn't really know what was going on at all. They didn't notice at first. They didn't know anything was wrong. But my mom snooped in my diary, and it was a good thing she did because they finally found out, and they didn't know what they did wrong, but it wasn't them. It had nothing to do with them. It was just me and what was wrong with me, and we didn't know what that was. And so they took me again to a different counselor, and she told me I had social anxiety. That's the problem right there. And I saw her like once a week and took medicine for it, and it wasn't doing the trick. So, of course, school was still going on, and I hated it. I did everything I could to get out of it. I just didn't want to go at all, and nothing was getting better, even though I was on medicine, and it just wasn't getting better, and it just wasn't helping. And I kind of kept just looking for someone to blame, and when it was really no one's fault. And so me and my parents kind of always got into arguments. Well, me and my mom mostly, always got into arguments because I would try and blame her, and it wasn't her fault at all. I didn't know who to blame, and it was no one's fault. Then in 9th grade, I met Brennan, and he was something. He was funny, and he was nice to me, and he was everything I needed to get better. And it was a lot of work on his part because there was a lot of long nights and a lot of arguing and a lot of coaxing. But he helped me through it, and he was there through the whole thing. And eventually, I got better. And for the record, it's been probably 2.5 years free of cutting and in my eating disorder. And my friends were really mad because a lot of them had actually dated him. Ooh, that should be a sad face. A lot of them had actually dated him, so they were mad and not my friend anymore for a while. And they thought he was going to hurt me. My marker's dying, but it'll be okay. So they thought I was really stupid for dating him, but I didn't care because I went from being almost hospitalized for being underweight to I was, gaining weight that I was supposed to, I was at a normal weight, and I was getting 90s in school now, and my parents were happy, and I was happy. So I didn't care what my friends said. I didn't care at all. And I'm glad that I did that because I don't know where I'd be if he hadn't been there. And my friends got over it anyway, eventually. We all made up, and we're all friends now, and they're happy for me, I think. So, on August 28th, 2011, Brennan proposed to me, and we got engaged, and that's a ring. And I was really happy with that. Everyone else was kind of iffy about it, but, they're happy now. And so it doesn't matter. During this, I started putting videos up on YouTube, where you're watching this right now. And it was really risky because I didn't know how people, excuse me, would react. But I got a lot of positive feedback. It was really awesome. I got positive feedback from people at school and people at, people on YouTube and my family. And it was awesome, and I didn't realize that I wasn't actually alone. A lot of people were actually suffering from that. YouTube was honestly the best thing that could have happened because I gained a lot of confidence that I never knew I had, and I was happy, and I gained a lot of friends both on the internet and in school, and support and love and understanding, and it was just the best thing ever. Now, I'm a dancer, and here's my beautiful ballerina again. That's a leap. It's a ballerina. I'm a dancer, which is my dream, but I have a bad back, so I can't be a professional dancer. But that's okay, because I have other plans, which is something I never really had before. My marker's dying. So I had plans, and that was good. And on May 12th, 2013, I became an aunt, even though my sister is a teen mom. She is a wonderful mom so far, and I have a beautiful nephew. Shout out to them. I love you guys. So some of those plans I mentioned earlier, I plan on graduating. That's a graduation hat. And since I can't be a dancer, I either want to be a cosmetologist, which I don't know how to draw, so I'm just going to do curly hair right here, or and here's a drumstick for culinary. I want to be, that does not look like a drumstick. So yeah, that's what I want to be in college. And on August 30th, 2014, after I graduate, Brendan and I are going to be getting married. So even though my past wasn't wonderful, my future is very bright, and I'm very excited, and I can't wait, and I know that I have a lot in store for me, and my past doesn't matter anymore. So I know everybody does something inspirational, but my only message is keep your head up, because just keep going, and you'll go places. I promise. It gets better. So, yep, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this, and it was really personal. So, I just want to thank all of you, my subscribers, for watching and supporting. I love all of you. Bye.